Hello, good afternoon students. This is Geeta Maneski. I welcome you to this chemistry session 7. In the previous class we have studied about the electrogravimetry. In that, introduction, principle, types, fundamental laws, fundamental units we learnt. So today in this session we have to discuss about the electrogravimetric remaining topics, in that determination of copper. So let us start in detail about the determination of copper. Some terminology used in electrogravimetry analysis. In that, electrolytic cell, the cell in which electrical energy is used to bring about a chemical change, or electrical energy is converted to chemical energy, is called an electrolytic cell. The next one, voltaic cell, the cell in which chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, is called a voltaic or galvanic cell. You already studied in a PUC. So the cathode and the anode. About the cathode, in an electrolytic cell, the electrode which is attached to the negative terminal source is called cathode, and anode is, in an electrolytic cell, the electrode which is attached to the positive terminal of the source is called as anode. Some apparatus used as electrodes, in that the various types of platinum gas you will see here. So the various types of platinum gas electrode, they are used as electrodes in electrolysis. So the use of electrode, the electrode used in the process if electrolysis should be free from grease, otherwise an adherent deposit may not be obtained. Using the electrodes, that electrodes should be clean. If deposition of grease, then it is not possible to deposit the metal on the electrodes. The electrode should never be touched with the finger. When platinum electrode is heated to redness, it becomes free from grease. So to clean a grease, that electrode should be heated. The electrode must be cleaned before and after the use. Next we will see the electrogravimetry in that determination of copper. Some instruments they are used in the determination of copper. The essential requirements are a source of direct current, a variable resistance, an ammeter, a voltmeter of 6 to 12 volts, a pair of platinum electrodes, you can see in the figure. In that electrogravimetry, to that the reduce a metal at the cathode and weigh the mass of the cathode before and after the reaction. In the electrolysis process, that electrode act as a cathode. That cathode, it will be weighed before and after the reaction. Here at cathode, the reaction it will occur, that copper ions, it gains the electrons. The reduction reaction it will occur to form a copper metal. The deposition on cathode on the platinum gauze. The main principle of that electrogravimetry we have learnt. The main principle involved in this method is the deposition of solid on an electrode from the analyte solution. The theory is based on the electrogravimetry. Two separated platinum electrodes are placed in a dilute solution of copper sulfate. The copper sulfate solution, in that two electrodes are dipped. A source of potential is applied. No appreciable current will flow through system. At before, current it will not be passed until some minimum potential is applied, after which the current will increase as the applied potential increases. the applied voltage which is just sufficient to overcome the back EMF due to polarization and also to bring about the electrolysis of an electrolyte without any hindrance is known as decomposition potential. So the decomposition potential, it is measured by the applied potential, the back EMF, then it will start the electrolysis process. The decomposition potential ED is composed of various potentials is given by EA applied potential, that is equal to ED, that is equal to EB plus ES plus EV. EA, it means applied potential, ED is decomposition potential, EB is theoretical counter or back potential, ES is resistance potential, EV is over voltage. In the figure you can see in the graph you can see the current versus voltage. The line, it will be increases before at back voltage. After applying current, by increasing current, the line, it will be rising. So it means the electrolysis process, it will be increases by increasing the voltage. In the picture you can see the electrogravimetry instrument. Here that two electrodes, that platinum gauze and the spiral platinum, these two electrodes are used in this electrogravimetry. That two electrodes are placed in a beaker and connected to the thermometer and the current with the ammeter and the voltmeter. In the picture you can see. The determination of copper is the most important application of electrogravimetry. The whole process is carried out in an electrolytic cell, which consists of two electrodes, an anode and a cathode, with an external electrical energy supply. Cathode deposition of the metal takes place due to the reduction of metal, and it is connected to the negative terminal of the energy source. Anode oxidation occurs and it is connected to the positive terminal of the energy source. The cathode so now becomes a copper electrode and the anode an oxygen electrode, and these have different potentials. The unattackable platinum electrodes are therefore polarizable. A voltage can be measured between them. The so-called polarization voltage, it is opposite to the extremely small voltage applied and prevents further electrolysis. So in the what are all things, it will taken in a beaker. In that substance, water, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, it is taken in a beaker and it is the two electrodes are placed in the beaker and they are connected to with the current, voltmeter, ammeter and so on. The procedure of the experiment: take about 0.2 to 0.3 gram of copper in an electrolysis vessel beaker. Add 2 ml of concentrated H2SO4 and 1 ml of concentrated HNO3. Clean and dry and weigh the platinum gauze electrodes. Then assemble the apparatus as described in the figure. The electrodes should be clamped so that they are about 80 to 90% dipped in the solution. The potential difference of 6 to 12 volts is applied to the cell and the current is around 4 ampere. Continue the electrolysis until the blue color of the solution has entirely disappeared. In the experiment of that solution, the blue color, it will be disappeared. When starting the experiment, that blue color of the solution, it will be disappeared. That reduce the current to 0.5 to 1 ampere and the test for completeness of deposition by raising the level of the liquid by about 0.5 centimeter by the addition of distilled water and continuing the electrolysis for 10 to 15 minutes If no copper plates out on the fresh surface of the cathode, electrolysis may be regarded as complete. Rise the electrode slowly and at the same time direct a continuous stream of distilled water from the wash bottle upon the upper edge of the cathode without breaking the circuit connection. That electrode should be taken out and washed with the water. When cathode has been thoroughly washed, break the circuit, dip the cathode into the beaker of distilled water and then rinse it with the analytical grade acetone. That cathode electrode, it should be washed and break the circuit and it is dipped in a distilled water and rinse with the acetone. Dry at 100 to 110 degrees centigrade for 3 to 4 minutes and weigh after cooling in air for about 10 minutes. So after drying that electrode, it will be weighed. In the experiment, the reactions occur at the electrode. At cathode, which is platinum gauze, the copper ions, it gains electrons to form a copper metal. That EMF is 0.34 volt. At anode, which is spiral platinum, that water molecule converted to oxygen molecule and the hydrogen ions, the loss of electrons by the EMF is 1.23 volt. The total reaction or net reaction, the copper ions and the water molecule converted to copper metal, oxygen molecule and hydrogen ions. So by getting the at the last weight of that metal, so here the calculation, weight of platinum gauze cathode before electrolysis. So to start the electrolysis, before only they weighed the platinum gauze, that is taken as W1 gram, and weight of platinum gauze cathode after electrolysis, after the experiment, that electrode should be weighed, that is taken as a W2 gram. By difference between these two, the W2 minus W1, that is it will give the W. That W is called as the weight of copper. So this experiment is applicable, the applications of electrogravimetry. It is used for the determination of concentration of chemical equivalents, chemical elements, very accurate and precisely in quantitative analysis. By getting the quantitative analysis, quantity of the elements to the accurate, they will use this method. It is used for separating mixture of metals by selectively plating out and removing out. This method is also used to separate the mixtures of the metals. It is used in electrochemical methods for removing interference. In organic synthesis, electrosynthesis is used by organic chemists for conducting oxidation or reduction reactions. In the electrogravimetry, electrolysis process, oxidation and reduction reactions, it will occur. In this method, they will use in a organic synthesis. So here, up to here, this unit chromatography, whatever we have studied in that chromatography, types of chromatography, paper chromatography, column chromatography, and the flame photometry and thermogravimetry, and this one is the last, electrogravimetry. We have studied in this topic, chromatography. So whatever things or whatever doubts in this lesson, you can clear with me. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.